What's up, guys? Welcome back to 3D Arcade for week 9 of the NCP. This week we're taking on MidPokeMaster, commissioner of the BBR and participant in NCP Season 5 alongside myself, and coach of the Kentucky Torracats. He is 5-3 and we are 2-6. We are looking to get another win before the end of the season. We have 2 more opportunities against Mid and then against the Maryland Torterrapins next week. We're going to see how that goes. But as you can see below, we've got a team this week that we are fighting consisting of Roserade, Necrozma, Zygarde 50, Rotom Heat, Alolan Persian, and Primarina. I'm not going to lie to you, I came to this match and I sat down and I said, holy cow, I somehow forgot to prep for this Primarina. I don't know how I did, but I somehow forgot it was there despite how good Mid's been doing with it this week. I was super busy this week and we played this match like a day after I battled D-Ray for the week 8. By the way, literally recording this, can't tell by, I mean, I wear a black t-shirt a lot. I don't have a big wardrobe or anything, but I'm recording this immediately after the post-com for week 8. Looks like my, apparently my S didn't fit, even though I thought, oh, because I was waxing gibbous. Oh, big unfort. Anyway, we're going to be kind of stuck here. I was looking to see if I had Poison Jab on this, because you'd think I would, but I didn't. So I'm looking at this and thinking, who do I lead with here, man? It's kind of tough. I think I end up going Hydrant. We are rocking out this week with a pretty similar team to last week, except we've dropped Slowbro for Registeel because the Steel defense, just I liked it a little bit better against certain Pokemon like Roserade. Really Roserade, Necrozma, and Alolan Persian. Though Necrozma does get Earth Power, so if he brought that, that's kind of rough. But we're going to see what's going down here. We're going to check this out. We're going to see what we can do. And obviously Nidoking was great because Nidoking or Slowking could come and absorb any toxic spikes that came. So that's what I was looking for. And we also wanted a Rock Setter, so Registeel. So we're going to be leading off with Hydrant with the Intimidate against the Alolan Persian. We're going to check him out. Mid, what are you going to do to start this match for us, man? Okay, we're going to see we got Play Rough, Wild Charge, Flare Blitz, and Willow, I believe, is our last move this week. Checking his whole team, thinking about who wants to come in, because I just don't think he wants to stay in, knowing I could be carrying close combat. Kind of scared of a foul play here, but really I'm just not sure exactly what he wants to do. The Wild Charge is here for Primarina coverage. Non-Scarf Primarina takes pretty big damage to that. Primarina doesn't have great defense. Kind of expecting the Primarina switch. We're going to see the Taunt, actually. He's probably scared potentially of something like Agility, which I've used before, or maybe something like a Swords Dance. Does Arcanine get Swords Dance? I'm not sure. So we're going to see, we're going to take Recoil and we're going to take Rocky or Life Orb damage. So he now knows that. I mean, we know he has lefties. And unfortunately, we've already revealed our Wild Charge before the Primarina has come in. I thought that was an obvious switch, but man, it wasn't. So I don't really know what he's going to go for here. I think I end up staying in. He's probably at this point pretty confident that I don't have close combat, which I don't, because I can hit this thing and Zygarde with Play Rough, so I brought Play Rough. But you know, not looking particularly great here. Who did we end up going? Did we go Orochimaru? All right, so we're gonna go Orochimaru here, expecting the foul play or the Night Slash or some sort of dark type move to come off of this thing now that he's taunted me, or hopefully not a nasty plot, but he's gonna end up parting shotting, so he's gonna lower our attack and attack by 1 on a fort, and he's basically got a free swap here into anything he wants. Necrozma probably not coming in. Primarina pretty easy switch in. Roserade could be hit by us. Rotom Heat also sort of walls us a little bit, but we are going to see the Primarina. We're carrying Flamethrower, Dragon Pulse, Dark Pulse, and U-Turn. Nothing particularly good here. We don't really get good coverage for Primarina, so we're going to just U-Turn out. See that it's, you know, relatively defensive, but we weren't expecting it to do anything at -1. And I'm kind of expecting a Moonblast. So obviously Amethar is a decent hit. Amethar and Arcanine both resisting this. Ferbalicious also being a decent balance though, because we take the fairy hit okay. A little bit better on the special side, plus we have Giga Drain, so we're gonna do that. And we're instead gonna see the flip turn. So thankfully we don't take a lot of damage. We do see some more pivot potential, which makes perfect sense for Mid. Obviously, we're not going to stay in with a Hydreigon. Like, that'd be pretty ballsy, so good call on him. We are going to get knowledge that that's not Scarfed, which is nice. And we're going to see Roserade come in front of us. So we are carrying Psychic, which unfortunately is only going to be doing about, it's either 50 to 60 or 60 to 70. We can't Toxic a Poison type, obviously. So I'm expecting the Poison type move to come off, maybe the Toxic Spikes to come off. So I'm going to go ahead and get Steelio Girl out here and shoot for the Stealth Rocks. That is my plan. But we're going to see the spikes come up. So we do see the hazard game start already. Obviously, this thing's going to outspeed us. I don't think he's going to have a lot of good ways to hit us. Leaf Storm does okay damage, but not like a lot. I don't know why I'm looking at switching. I really don't know what I'm doing there. But we should definitely Stealth Rock. But I think I end up Ice Punching in case he swaps, because Zygarde's a good switch here to do some pretty big damage to this. But really just about a whole team is, honestly. Ended up not being the greatest ring. Like, Alolan Persian can't really hit it, but Earthquake Zygarde, Thousand Arrow Zygarde, Earth Power Necrozma, super powerful Primarina, and then so we only wall like half the team, but he's gonna get us with the Sleep Powder, and we're gonna fall asleep, which is very unfortunate. We now have a sleeping full health Registeel. Spikes are on the field. We're gonna be asleep for at least a little while. We don't have a Lumberry. We don't have any way to wake this up. No aromatherapy, nothing like that. So we're going to be chilling and waiting to see what's going down. I'm doing this a lot with my hands in these battles, so I'm going to put my hands down and try to keep it focused on the match instead of on my hands. Zygarde's going to come in with Aura Break. So, you know, an automatic switch maybe to Nidoking could have been good. The ground types obviously wanting to come in here. This thing could Swords Dance. This thing could sub. It's pretty fucking scary. Like, pardon the language there, but it's pretty scary. This is not a good situation for us to be in. If we Ice Punch, we do a lot of damage. I don't know if it's an Oko. If it's not invested, I think it might have been like a 50-50 roll. But it's pretty nuts. Notice our lights are off because we're asleep. I think that's pretty funny and pretty good touch. So that was me calcing there, doing some changes. So I'm going to end up going into Ferbalicious because obviously it resists ground type moves and has a good way to hit him. And it's also going to be immune to dragon type moves. So all the ways I'm expecting this thing to potentially attack, you know, reading a Hydreigon, I'm thinking it's not going to do a lot. We're going to take a little bit of Spikes damage. We're going to see 1,000 arrows. And that's going to end up doing a lot more health than I expected it to do. Big sad. At this point, I don't know if this is when I figure this out, but if it's not, it's like one turn away. So I do kind of calc damage on this and realize that it is pretty solidly banded. So Moonblast is not killing, Psychic's not killing, or Giga Drain's not killing. Giga Drain's obviously getting us some health back. It's neutral, it's stabbed, so going to be doing some good stuff. But we are going to shoot here and go for the Psychic, expecting the Roserade to come in, and it doesn't. So we're going to see the Rotom Heat, which is going to resist the Fairy type move, just as Roserade would. He didn't know we had Psychic, so good play on Mid's part, obviously, to kind of counter pick what or not even counter pick, but have two Mons that kind of help deal with the Whimsicott so that he can switch up between the two of them. And then I'm complete 50-50, even 50-50 on if he switches or not, and then 50-50 on who he switches to. Pretty big stuff. Can make a pretty big difference. So we're going to bring Ferbalicious back to us, and we're going to send out Hydrant, expecting an Overheat on this play. Already getting torn apart by the Spikes. The Intimidate's going to go down, so if he Overheats, he's going to be -1 attack, -2 speed attack, and he's going to Volt Switch. So, you know, probably was a good idea to go Nidoking since ground types resist fire type moves, I think. I say these like I know them, but I'm not that great with the type chart, so, you know, I could totally be wrong there. But man, that Volt Switch, he's just tearing us up, dude. We're letting him, he's momentum playing is so good. Mid is tearing us apart with the momentum and the Spikes. That's just one layer of Spikes, dude. If he gets Toxic Spikes up or another layer of Spikes up, like Spike Stack Roserade's scurry. We are thankfully still at 6-6, so we are trying our best. I do have the play rough here. Willowing this could be great. So we're in a speed tie here as well, by the way. We are 95-95, timid at worst. So I think we just go for it, and then Zygarde Extreme Speeds. Bandit Extreme Speed's gonna knock us out, and we're gonna see our first KO. We are going to lose our Arcanine, taking the first loss of the battle. So I'm looking at this, and I'm completely forgetting about Spikes, and I'm gonna go out to Ferbalicious, knowing, thinking in my mind, Ferbalicious here is going to outspeed. We can get a we can get a Moonblast or a Psychic off or something, or a Giga Drain to try to get some health back. And we plop out, we take our Spikes damage. And then it's about this moment when I'm playing the match that I go, oh wait, he's banded into extreme speed, which is 2 players of priority higher than my Toxic, which is what I wanted to click. Actually, I think I realized it right there when I clicked Toxic. And we're going to lose me in Shao. I threw it away for no reason. Classic. Classic. I just killed Primarina instead. My bad. Classic Jordan play. Didn't do very good on that one. So E-Speed not doing a whole lot to the Registeel. I think this is where I go out to Registeel, but it might not be. Nope. Nope. Gonna go out to Nidoking. I should have gone out to Registeel. Maybe I wasn't confident he was banded yet, or maybe I had never actually calced it, but I pretty early on pegged him as banded and then just kept playing as if he wasn't. Terrible plays on my part, honestly. So anything that wants to come in here, Ice Punch, obviously doing a lot of stuff. I'm kind of expecting the switch here, so yeah, so we're going to see the Necrozma coming in. I actually did read that play. And we're going to double back out into Hydreigon. One of the first good doubles we have. This game becomes a game of switching and switch priority, of which mid has more and mid plays it better. We do have Dark Pulse, which is going to do huge damage to Necrozma, but not a lot of damage to certain other things, like Primarina makes a lot of sense here. So we're going to be kind of taking a look at that and seeing what's going to happen and seeing if he's going to bring the Prim back, because Necrozma's taken like a quarter, I think, from a quarter to a third to U-turn, because it's super effective as well. So, you know, boom, we're going to see that small amount of chip on Primarina and go right back into Nidoking. It would have been great if I had been smart enough to pack Poison Jab me and Shao 2 weeks in a row, but I wasn't. I was not. Very unfortunate. We're going to see a little bit of Spikes damage again. So we are physical Nidoking this week as well, which is a change for us. It's a little bit harder to get the Sheer Force bonus on him with that, but we made it work. So I am going to be expecting... shoot, who was it? Was it Necrozma? The superpower the best I could do to Necrozma? No, Poison Jab was, yeah. Poison Jab actually does good damage to the Necrozma, so the Necrozma here is going to be right outside of range to a second Poison Jab because we see the lefties. Very, very sad. Honestly, I would have probably packed lefties on this just when I saw that Necrozma would live 3 Poison Jabs from Sheer Force, special or physical attack in Nidoking. Like, that's freaking nuts. Sludge Wave would have been awesome here, but we went physical because I wanted to be physical for the Primarina, and it hurts us here. So I kind of expect him to double back out, and he ends up not doing that, which is pretty wild. So we go for the Poison Jab, we don't get the poison, and he Moonlights, which is going to put him basically back where he just was, except one leftovers turn higher, because he's going to get 50 back, and then he's going to lefties. So this is a pretty scary situation. You know, we're looking at this. Not a lot of these Pokemon have damage on him. It's he's playing us pretty well here, and he's basically going to stall us. So at this point, I'm looking at Shadow Claw, which I brought for Necrozma, and then I realized that Poison Jab does more, and I'm like, bruh, we wasted a slot. Where's my ground type moves when I need it? But we're here, we're chilling, we're doing the thing. Or like, shoot, I don't know. I was going to say T-Punch, but this is Rotom Heat, not Rotom Wash. Rotom Wash was last week. So we're going to go ahead and swap. Kind of expecting him to go for... this time I really expected him to go for the attack, and he doesn't. Oh, no, he does. Yes, he does. Sweet, okay. There's so much switching in this game, it's hard to remember. So he's back at 2/3. I think he actually is in Dark Pulse range at this point, so I'm going for it. Because I doubled last time and I don't want to make the same play twice in a row. But he's going to make the play because his Necrozma is just too helpful dealing with that Nidoking. It's so important. And we're going to see this Alolan Persian come out here. And we're going to Dark Pulse a Dark type. So Alolan Persian is going to be outspeeding us because we're not Choice Scarfed. And of course lefties. He's got lefties on a lot of Mons. I don't even remember what I do here. I think I U-turn. We'll see. Now I Dark Pulse again. Maybe I expected the Parting Shot. He weirdly underspeeds us, and we're going to see that go down. We're going to see the crit with no flinch. And we're going to see the knockoff, which is going to be unfortunate. Was I scarfed? Yeah, I thought I was Life Orb. That's what I get doing 2 games back to back when I have different items on the same Pokemon in the battles. Yeah, so we were Choice Scarfed, and now unfortunately we are not. He can't do a lot of damage to us. The Choice Scarf was really nice for the Zygarde. We could Dragon Pulse it later. At this point, I'm kind of leaning on Nidoking a lot. And then I learned that this thing got play rough, and I was very sad. Thankfully, it didn't kill us, which is wild. But there we go. I was kind of expecting the... I think I was expecting the Zygarde to switch in there. Anything but the Primarina, really. And we're actually going to claim a kill there. Yeah, so I need to mark that off. So we're going to knock out a Alolan Persian with Hydreigon. Thank goodness. And we've lost our Choice Scarf. It's 4-5. We're going to see what we can do. So we do have Zygarde out here. Now, at this point, I'm pretty sure I know this Zygarde is banded, so I know I outspeed it. So I want to get some damage off on this thing. And we've got spikes up to deal with, so we're going to be hit by spikes anytime we come in. Let's see what I do. You can see here, time-wise, Mid is like 3 minutes ahead of me. He's just reading me like a book. He's done his prep well. He studied me well. And he probably wins to timer, honestly, even if I can stall the game out. And he's going to E-Speed, which is going to kill us. No, it doesn't kill. I thought it killed us in the battle, and I thought it killed us here. So we do get 1 Dragon Pulse off, and we're going to do big damage to that Zygarde, which I think was a roll. Very unfortunate. I'm going to click U-turn, like it matters. Thinking he might want to save it, and we can get switch priority to sack this later. But we can't, so we're going to see Hydreigon go down. Thankfully, he is down. But unfortunately, we don't have anything to hit him with. We have no... So Amethyr, by the way, Amethyr dies to an Earthquake. So bringing in Nidoking here is pretty solid, knowing he's most likely banded into E-Speed. But once again, Jordan doesn't do it. So we're going to bring in Waxing Gibbo, since I misdid his name. This is also Choice Scarf, so we know we're going to outspeed this, at least in my mind, because I forgot about E-Speed again. Or maybe I just expected the switch. I don't really know what I was thinking. So U-turn's going to be nice here. U-turn actually is, I think, enough to kill that. Yeah, so we're going to see Primarina come out. Primarina's going to take a hit from us. He's going to be able to gauge some damage. That was the first time that we hit the field with Mienshao, so he's probably trying to figure out its item. Choice Scarf, obviously, Choice Scarf U-turn's a very obvious play for any Choice Scarfer, but it's... You know, we're playing it the way we got to play it. So we're going to send Amethyr out. He's going to take some more Spikes damage. Spikes are literally the only thing that have hit us. Like, it's done a lot of damage at this point. So we're basically 2-hit KOing Necrozma. We outspeed Necrozma. We definitely kill... I think we kill Prim at this range. Basically, Roserade's the only thing we got to be scared of here. With the poison jabs. So we're going to knock Necrozma down a peg. I Ice Punched expecting the Necrozma, honestly. And thankfully, we're going to do just enough damage that even with lefties, this Necrozma is in range of any attack we click. So I just quickly go for the Poison Jab here, and we're going to knock out Necrozma, picking up another kill. The crit did not matter here. It did not. So we have Sleeping Registeel. A little over half health, Life Orb Nidoking, unfortunate to the spikes damage, and Choice Scarf Mienshao. We're going to see Zygarde come out. It's quite unfortunate because this Zygarde now is reset, and this Zygarde is going to kill us with an Earthquake, and it's going to outspeed. So at this point, I choose to sack Registeel. To honestly just lock him into anything but E-Speed so that Mienshao can come in and try to kill him. So we're going to see the 1,000 arrows. I keep forgetting he doesn't just have Earthquake, he has 1,000 arrows. So Steal Your Girl is going to go down to 20 out of 187. We do live. We're definitely not getting another hit off. And I'm looking at this and I'm like, this is tough. This is tough. We need both of our other 2 Mons. Rocks would be amazing. if he like switched for some reason and we woke up and got Rocks, because Rocks is doing good damage to Rotom. It's doing good damage to Zygarde. Zygarde would die. Prim would definitely be in range after that, and then we just have to deal with the Roserade, which is honestly kind of the hardest thing to deal with here. But unfortunately, none of that happens, and we're going to go down. But I mean, ground type move, we knew it was coming. We're going to get our Waxing Gibbo up here. And we're in a little bit, if you remember our match against TD Towers a couple of weeks ago, we're actually kind of in that situation where we have the ability to win this if we get the switch reads right. Like, that's all that this match has come down to. We don't want to let Roserade get any more hazards up. We don't want to let that Rotom heal itself if it has any way to do that. And we don't want to let anything get behind a sub. So we're chilling, we're calking. We got 2 minutes left. We're literally 5 minutes behind. Knockoff could potentially be big for us here, but not really. Stone Edges is basically our only chance to kill the Prim. And I believe it 2-hit KOs the Roserade as well. So we're going to go for the Stone Edge. Hope we don't miss. Obviously, high crit ratio. Crits would be amazing. We're going to see the Roserade come out, and we're going to land the Stone Edge, and we're going to do huge damage because we crit. And that crit did matter. It was a 3-hit KO to the Roserade without it, and now we are choice scarfed in. We cannot let him, set up stack spikes. We cannot let him do, obviously we clear the toxic spikes with Nidoking, so I'm not really worried about that. But we got to take him out, and we're going to take the Roserade down. We crit again, which obviously doesn't matter because he was so low, but we do crit again. So far, we're 2 for 2, and we're it's looking like we might pull it back, honestly. I believe we do 2-hit KO the Prim, and we OHKO the Rotom, I think. But the Rotom also, it is the Rotom. Obviously here, we're weak to our... we're weak to Moonblast. It's pretty big. And I just, I can't spare the Nidoking. I need the Nidoking. So we go for the Stone Edge, and we're going to see a Surf come off because he expected the Nidoking swap. Because I probably should have gone to Nidoking. But we're going to see us not quite kill it, and boom, Waxing Gibbo is going to go down. Why didn't I? Oh, shoot, accidentally clicked the wrong button. There we go. So we have Nidoking against the world here. It's going to be Nidoking versus Primarina versus Zygarde versus Rotom. Very unfortunate. If we had crit one more, we would have won. We didn't have Poison Jab on it. If we had had Poison Jab on it, on Mienshao, I think we could have swapped to Nidoking, lost the Nidoking, and then Poison Jabbed Prim, Rotom Heat, and Zygarde, and maybe won. I don't know where the Zygarde or where the Rotom Heat's health is. I think the Rotom Heat would have been 2-hit KO'd, so it would have just depended on if he's got Overheat or Pain Split or something, we would have been dead. But we are going to take the Primarina down here for that clean swap for him, and that's going to be right there. And we're going to see Rotom Heat Zygarde versus Nidoking. If we had been choice scarfed, we might have had a chance. But that was last week. And you know what? It makes sense. So we're going to see Aura Break. We're going to have Amathar at half health. Literally anything we can do would kill this. But he's going to E-speed us. Or actually, he just outspeeds with 1,000 arrows. Yeah, because he's banded. He's not slow. We're going to see that come through. And we're going to take a loss to the Kentucky Torracats. 2-0 loss. Another close one this week. Thankfully, we didn't get swept like last week. And GG's to Mid. Great game, honestly. He great play, and I need to pause the video there to make sure we stay there. But great plays by Mid. He played amazing. He's now 6-3 going into, I think he's going into playoffs. Like he's one of the upper teams. And we are 2-8. I can't math. 2-7 going into week 10. We play the Maryland Torterrapins next week. We're going to try to get a win, try to get a third win for the season. See what we can do. If we'll see what happens. But thank you guys for supporting. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Hit the like button if you enjoyed. Hit the like button if you enjoyed. Check Mid out in the description with all the other coaches below, and I'll catch you guys back here next time. Peace.